Hello and welcome to Blueback Podcast. This is your penny behind the mic here on Blueback Podcast. On today's episode, we have Sisi Matome. Before we get to her story and everything in between, let me give credit to the following people: Night View Cafe for sponsoring us with the venue for this shoot. And they have an event on the 28th of June. Please, let's come in numbers. It is an all-black event. Sisi Matome, hello and welcome to Blueback Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I want us, for some of the people we already know you, but I want you to give like a brief bio of who you are, where you from, up until to where you are and what you're doing, what you're currently doing.
Nna ke nna Matome Cynthia Mokobu. Most people are from social media.
Okay.
I was born and bred ko Gamerke village. Ke nna ngwanana mo Bogoma.
Like o boletse gona mo Gamaka, wa tsena diskolo tsana mo Gamaka, so di private school or something or the boarding school, o boletse kana mo la Gamaka.
Ke holetse Gamaka, but then from crèche to primary ne ke tsena sekolo Gasege. Ke tsene crèche ka ko Mabana preschool. Le ngwana ka my son o attenda wana crèche.
Okay, ra re tse ngwana wa kwa wa ikushisha plekela.
So primary ke attendile ko Mamadisha primary school.
Okay.
Then high school ke attendile only grade 8 ko Gemarke. Then after that from grade 9 I attended Brilliant Farm go Mpatapata High School until I matriculate.
Until you matriculate, which subject were you doing? Bonal agricultural science ka mogare?
Yeah, ne ke dia science
Science stream, ye nang le agricultural science ka mogare. Which explains in miracle with the no.
Yeah.
But then before, I think you were into internship. I want to know if you went to university or the internship you are gonna require matric or something, because what I know about the time we are back mogae no gona le internship you loreng o bole busy kana. So I want to know what was it agricultural related or be no ba internship jalo fela nje.
So after matric I ke tsamaile ka ya Gauteng. Then ka upgrade the subject track.
Okay.
That time ne ka upgrade maths le physics.
Okay.
So after that ka apply ko UNISA. Unfortunately I applied late, so it took me like a second semester. Like go UNISA on a semester.
On a semester.
Semester on a second semester. So I applied April ka second semester. Then ka trauma the studies ka that time and ka 2030.
Wow, na ke dia
It's like 2011, so 2030. I get first year ke upgrade.
u upgrade and then
Second
from
year
but Thomas second semester. Yeah, kwishisha. So I want to know gore ngwana o bole ngwana o mo jwang. Ke re go la na le bana ba mo khumana ba bana ba strata ngwana na ile phalo tšedi. So when I want to know gore ka wena o bole ngwana o mo jwang, bole ngwana rata monate o rata dibuka, re di bookworm type of land into bana ke re. So I want to know gore wena o bole ngwana o mo futa mang.
Like e re hola bona ka hae ne re le sharp ba. So batsodi ba ka na le business.
Okay.
At that time ne le supermarket le tavern.
Oh.
So e ke hola ne re sharp ka hae ne re le sharp, like batsodi
No holetse ka businessing like o rekisha lo tšedi. So
era like sa rekishi per se, mara like batsodi ba ka ne ba rekishi. Like my older sister ke na rekisha sometimes because ne lo at that time I was still like 3-4 years. Because business I want to ithumile ka 93, which I was born ka 93. So you can understand.
Yeah.
Business
Okay. So let's move to this thing, internship. You are busy with an internship and then warole gare wa togela. Like what was going on in your mind? Go shala gore wa bona ke busy ka internship but ke a tlogela. What was going on your mind? Be go na le plan B wa be tswela tsa go tlogela? Yeah.
you know what I cry as ke fetše story sa ka gore ke hola so
Eh.
e re ke boele moraonyana so I
Okay.
get ke hola like now the way papa ba ngodišitše ka bona papa by the way le bona ba attendile like after matric ba attendile ko unis
Oh,
ntho business studies ko UNIS,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So BTech so nna e ke hola like o papa bentse ba ra rena ka hae gore nna ke nyaka ngwana o ke pereka ke
Wow,
hodisha
wow.
di self-employed people like
Motho a to bereka
yeah.
thaka
So
tsae,
like what happened gore ka hae ne re le sharp like everything was fine batswadi ba rena ne ba tlhokomela sharp like wa kusha
le go tse botse.
yeah so ntwa botho ke sale ya dia growing up I think it did like dia 3 be ke sa tsena primary
Grade 3 or 3?
3 grade 3 ki
Grade 5, I think.
yeah like dia grade 5 so ko hae ino gore never satse ba ke re be ke sa lo monyane the time batswadi ba ka ba thoma business ela o bile le dintho
Oh, okay.
so dintho tsona ne ba re o le ngwana kwa Gamaka o ka se di business kwa Gamaka by that time you remember be sa le China before Maku no sa rekisha China
Ma-China,
so ba gala ba ko hae gale ne ba prefera o hirisha China than ngwana mo hae
Motho o montsho,
yeah so this thing you stop a business as it from that time so papa ba ka ba no hapeletša
ba hapeletša o tšwela pele ka
ka
business.
business so plan ya bona ya gore okay nna business e ko e diang ko rekisha di-veg
O be ba rekiša di-veg.
so ngiri wa tsaya gore batho mona o tano phela o e ba ona ba rae di-veg tšhukure ka se di reka wa kuša so surprisingly ba makala now that business e extendile to a tavern ba thoma go bona di-brewery di deliver
Di ba mabjala ba iputša gore jwang ka rena re a e boycott.
because now twanetse gore wena o dia di-veg now that business ya o includile majwala ba rekiša maopi ba diang like at that time batho ne ba sa gola ka dintho ne se cash ne le ba ba fa dintho ba re
Di-envelope,
di-check
di-check,
so di-check tse most batho ya fa o papa ba change tsona because ba na le business wa o papa ba tša di-check ba ba fa tšhelete
Oh,
so that thing business ya papa le bomma ne hola like it was fast growing at that time so unfortunately business ya bona e ntse hola so to a point gore papa ba ko sekolong o thoma ba le di-feeding scheme o papa ya ba the first person wa kry contract ya o supply dikolo tša ko wa two
ka eng ka di-vegetables.
ka di like that time sa jwa di-sugar beans still di-sugar beans so bona ne ba reka and then ba supply because already ne ba ena le supermarket
Yeah, ke
so my dad
kwešiša.
o rekile di-truck o rekile dintho tša o deliver and all that
E
so
rana
business ya
smooth.
ene it was growing like a high rate sharp but then what was something else because you know batho ba na le mone ba thoma ba re ba boycott shop ya ka hae
Mabaka e beileng ya o boycotta
mabaka
shop.
kore o bile le taba ya gore o tshwanetse o be le di-rent wa kuša so bo ena le business e ngwana the other man Mr. Lehomo le ena na ena le same business o tshwanela o papa tavern le supermarket so ba re o patediwa di-rent wa ba le wa sebe like wa ba le digaganonyana regarding dilo tša di-rent
O modudi wa mo o rekile stene sa business o rana business and on top of that o tshwanetse o patele rent.
Yeah.
O ipatela mo go mang and then mabaka a bona ke eng?
we will come to that
Okay.
so once we ba le digagano tša di-rent ba ra baba ba re stop o patela rent o sana le motho mo re sa solve a problem e nngwe ya rent that's what my father told me I get so ba sa solve a problem ya rent like batho ba o tripile ba o tripile I don't know re o ka if plan ya bona gore ba nyaka stop a business at the end of the day ba ka no e fithelela ntwana so unfortunately at that time my father ne le bona le bomma at that time so okay ba solve a problem ya di rent akere remember mengwa e tsamaile ba sa solve na le problem
E mengwe e ba solva tšhelete ya rent gale ba tswaletše ba sa operator.
ne ba operate mara ba rent ba sa solve taba tše dingwe tše o mongwe ba sa go patela rent so after some certain years ba ra papa ba re okay o tlo thoma continue ga rent mara o thoma from bola stopile wa understand o papa ba re apa sina ke stopile ke le le stop o patela rent o sana le lo tše di solve no le dissolvile le re nna ko thoma mola le ke stope o fithela why understand so papa ba thoma o hana or no I possible into
e ba resume o patela rent ke gore the other person wa di-business le ena o dumetse o patela rent
maybe a ke tseba na
a se disclose ya ba pepeneneng gore
kwa ona ntho e being transparent everything is hidden. There's nothing you learning.
Okay.
Baby just chaba ba go botsa gore so yeah so.
So go na le di-shopo tse dingwane jwa le lebelela like o na le di-shopo tse le goreng di a operata mo tswang gona
Yeah, the asset which ke just chaba like khale so lo ba shopping we like ba gekolo le ba khale ba hide shopping. So now the ona sa tita mo yona ka shopping. Yeah, ke as chaba mara tu ona tse lo re di tso makula. Yeah.
makula o bona bana taba le ona
They pay rent.
ba patela rent okay so we want to get to the issue ya wena le farming akere we managed to iron out the one ya dintwa gore na ntwa e ka ba etswa kae so that ge re tsena mo ntweng ya gago ya beng batho ba kwešiša I want us to get to you living an internship akere o e tlogetse like what was going on your mind like o bo dira gae maybe internship ya ene why did you decide go e tlogela by then
Like kahaya like bench ba na le that thing ya o lema cause ka 96 ba dile bohol the first bohol ko farm le wa sa le ya ba le mathata ko ish a botse ke nana gore o ba a black person and then what your business is kind of like
it's tricky
yeah it's like if you like gar kickers because you teach it dinto and wena ntshonyo ko idianga so o lwele batho o re o phidisha setšhaba sa ye
le go iphediša ka bo wena
so but dile bohol and then sharp na growing up then chicken and that thing ga hai bomma bomma ba rata o jwala ke motho mo go rata gardening like o jwala mero like so growing up ne re choose ka hai or whether o go kolma ka nto or o go nishetsa ka mo gardening na nishetsa meta ka hai bona le metara like engwe ba dile border ba dile like ke fence but then ba betse me pine dile border so mo fence so like no na le metara mentsi ka hai like a lot of the veggie le metara ya cabbage so now we'll always choose where na ke no go nishetsa so le rato le la family
la go la wana mo
and le wana ko mashimo benji ke tswa rona le go so growing up during that time ba ikhothile shop ya ka hai so ne ba re bitsa majela too so we were isolated from a lot of people in my community so at that time give it some self introspection or like no lema because I can see what business ya papa advantage ya boycott or batho ba ska reka ke ntši so e ke lema dilo tsa ka di te yo rekšediwa somewhere
yeah
they would depend
on community
so na bentši ke na le that thing ya gore no go lema
that's why you left the
that was
internship
my wish so that time ke did internship unfortunately uni sa already class o tshwanetse o tsamaye o nyaka place o di internship so the time ke did internship ka ke learn a lot about the crops or di tshwara jwang dang
so the internship was related to agriculture
yeah ke be ke dia diploma in ornamental horticulture which is related to the crops the gardening landscaping like lo tsa gabi landscaping ke garden e re gabisha ka mo mahaeng ko di stuff like that
okay now I'm really happy like ke tshaka ke taba gore ka geno like ba encourage batho lo reng ba ipereka and like ka metseng e mengwe ka metseng ngo ka boya wa re ke tlo le ma tlo botšiša re wa re ke na le passion le ma tlo botšiša re tlo ja passion na so I want to know gore when you started bona le bohole ne fensetswe jarata ela le gona how did you we khumane jwang like we rekile ba ke ka gae
like agree khamaka ke na bora so batho ba le re ba rekile ba filwe di 12 hectares
each motso mongwe lo mongwe
each all ring if bora kholo ba rekile bo kra 12 hectares e ba sa reka ore a una land for you
okay
like ba sa reka nke ba bitswang gore ke ba fari like let's say bora kholo ba rekile and then ba ra ngwana bora gadita mo o dule mo like ke batho ba le reng ba bitse ke ba reki abana di land ba le reng ba rekile ke bona ba le 12 hectares so farm ye bo papa ba dileng bo hulu ka ha
ke ka hae o berekile mo yona go thoma like o thomile jwang bona leng
thoma ne no ba bo hulu le fence
fela ino ba wena
I mean
trata fela le bohole
trata ona ile no ba like then there cause batho ne ba
Ba
feta mole ba ya
feta.
sekolong farm ya ona e gausi le sekolo so
Okay.
ne be shetse ba ikhathile ba feta ba dile tsela ana ka mo motšhineng ba feta mo yona.
Okay, on one of your Facebook into post, you posted over you once had an idea about gardening for school. I want to know, and you also mentioned how by then the schools didn't see the vision you were not known. I want to know what was that vision? Vision of really jwang, and then what was their response towards it? And it seems like they didn't accept it. That's why Resaiboni Ijuelela on social media.
That time I get be wanna go where high snatchalete
Eh,
like
eh.
and like ornamental horticulture I see only got the crop fair.
Okay.
Ke di crops tsa go gabisha and all that so ne ke dia le landscaping
Okay.
so e ke boya hae ka bona dikolo tsa mo hae di shota like ba sekolo a sena gardening
Yeah,
a
sina
sena
gardening, asina eng.
like a di child friendly ka lebella le ko di crashing like
Eh.
bana ba no ralokelana ma ona lone ona like
Yeah, ke a kwešiša.
a ina bophelo ba so
Okay, so ke idea o ipitchitseng to di
eh
sekolo
ka
tša
ya phile
around.
ko ba re ke second manager then ka
Wow.
mmotsa gore ke na le idea gore ke di garden mo dikolong like mo dikolong o tsho mo ba le bophelo ba be le gardening like some of the things a ba tshwanela go di reka ko dikolong they
Eh,
might just harvest then
merogo.
ba apeya wa bona
Eh,
so idea ya ka ne le ya nno so and then second manager am fa list ya all the schools tse di beng ka ward 2 so ka
Eh.
travela dikolo tsela tsa ward 2 unfortunately at that time like akele nne e ke di dia le nne be ke marketa in a way
eh,
gore ke ba di le garden and then ba mpatela remember be ke sena chelete ne be ke nyoko leng so farming we choma penya ka chelete so
exactly.
unfortunately ba re dikolo a dina budget but then there was one teacher Ramphela a member Ramphela o dula mo locationeng so e ke busy ke mmontsha portfolio ya ka mmereko ne ke dia during internship a gata ke mmereko ke dila a hira re ke mo dile garden
Wow.
so from that money ka thoma ka goboketsa ka thoma ka advertise ka create a portfolio until bo Mr. Mposi I approach Mr. Mposi the late Mr. Mposi
Wow.
ka
Eh.
mmotsa gore nna ke nna Matome Mogobu you studies tsona mental horticulture ke dia di garden then a run a re go dia business plan remember like lo tsa
Eh.
business plan
Yeah.
next I go their business plan then I had to go I found some guy I forgot his name Nele Khale and charge 1.5 for their business plan
Wow.
so I go well Mr. Posi we bala sai bali business plan are okay go for an opportunity or on the garden ko Nivana ko Polokwane so that was my first project Mr. Posi like from that project the money I got I went like I invested
Wow.
it all in the farm but one for the project some of their garage garden and all that so I raised capital from that money yeah, landscaping kaya ko farm
Where you go farming. And then I also saw something, I think it's a challenge we face it from the beginning where we mentioned over like I could say bukare o kolotisha tšhelete go patela batho bao ba hirileng. I want to know gore when did you start realizing gore no kare ke tlo tlhoka bathuši and then go ba thusha like bona le challenge ya go ba patela na.
yo like my parents and the family member played a huge role especially more in tuition like
O
because
pateleng batho.
farming remember e ke trauma vele ba sena ba bereki ne ke no thusha ke bo mmala o papa le
Wow. Wow.
because se ke tswane ba tswa le nna ba nthusha go farm so ne ke thusha ke batswadi ba ka le family member ba nka di matšhelete ba diang wa bona because sometimes we are very dry go farm
So dry season ya hao ko farming e bile for how many years o setse o thomile? I want to know gore o berekile mengwe e mekankang mo le reng wa kgona go kusha re ke a struggle and then wa khumana breakthrough. A kere breakthrough e khumana ka batho ba thoma go recognize ba thoma go sponsor ba thoma go fasela le sela. Ke mengwe e meka ye o tšereng gore o bo o feletse gore now I've reached no ke fitlhile mo go breakthrough ya ka o ka re ke bona light nyana.
like ke thomile ka 2016 ka high back ya
Okay.
so at that time it was easy for me to work alone like space on the solo to that point
Yeah.
ke kgona go jwala spinach ke be ke sa harvest ke one ke be ke tsamaye go rekisa up until demand it more when she like ke tlo rekisha ke boekela pele tomorrow morning 3 a.m. tshwanetse ke tsoa bedi so batswadi ba ka ne ba tsoa le bojaka ba tsoa re harvesta ke go rekisha so ka movela ko farmong ka 2018 ke kry-ile first contract ka ya planta preferring go ba re ke cayenne pepper.
Okay.
So na ka re nna ke go planta 2 hectare because farm e bekile ka ra yona nearly 2.5 hectare ke ba re ke size ya ground ya football ke hectare so the time in re fenced ke 2.5
2.5. Okay. Ground je pedile half.
yeah so now can go plant 2 hectares because like what decided or one go plant how many hectares and by that time in next capacity afford 2 hectares so fortunately there was this my sister like ke cousin so angira le na re ke garden go yena so ka tšhelete la ka eraser then ka ba ka hiriwa ko SJ van der Merwe, she's the principal ya ko SJ van der Merwe ba ngira ba re ba dele di dustbin ra di dustbin by that time re sa le busy ka dustbin I get busy ka advertise ka kra call ko Jane First o ke di garden ko Zai hotel like no na lo hotel ya some ke black own hotel in ne ke batho so ka tsamaga yo dia mo la ke krile chelete it's no gra chelete that time so ya ba lore contract le na go ya plant FT so ka reka di drips ka reka di pressure pump ko farmong no sina water pump o pumpa
ya pompa metsi
isio that time papa ba tshile pension ka mogala before nana ka o renovate di no ka di machelete ke reke water tank and lo che ke shota nga tsona farm so papa ba ja some of the money ba reka ba nthusha ka reka defense ka di ka fence la that farm ka planta that cayenne
wa khona kra ro khona o drang wa khona o ba fantse ba go go je gore ba di
ba plantele
but then mergo how landscaping a ro bone mo social media normally you are focused on the farm why
just that ish come the time demanding like really mandana remember go dia landscaping ake go farm ura go farm mo shalama so ka bona landscaping sometimes it's jana credit client and all that mara farming ke try every day so ake ha landscaping ke yona intuition o ke leme infixiste mo na mara farming ke bona hore in the long run ke dia tšhelete ka gona o hira batho mo if ke di project landscaping ka gona o hira batho le ko farming bona ba tsama ba dia mo ko landscaping so that's why ko landscaping ke minyana that eke like the financial tsa go farming di le sharp I can go back I investor
into landscaping okay so namilo berekile up until u fita to the point lo reng farm yo bereka mo yona ke nyane so what happened after realize our farm ke nyane but I still want to continue with this work and stuff I want to know more about direction from there.
So in 2021, Department of Agriculture Salam Prochayare Potato saying the farmer, female farmers were interested to plant a potato. That time nearly program on the baby the small grower program. So it was 2021. So Gadumela Rasena, the application Jawana. So potato is a support a seeds the fertilizer chemical. To plant just 15 lines per 75 meter. It was my first time planting potatoes. Yeah. So Rapanta harvest on it was successful. So potato is a one potential one. So the following year, 2022.
So about 40 seeds in the water, but our plant already. Like they plant already.
No.
Oh wow.
No, like or taking because no approach of service. Like mistake what for the one not find man. No. Like because no come khano yere ilo wana penulu atsama war nyoko lemo ya go department to apply la funding. Banya ka di record and but like banya ka the history how
whether but check or reliable na.
Because sometimes when you find about batho ba di
Ba
rekiša.
nyamelela.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, ke
So funding as mahala wa e berekela ke berekile from 2016 like imagine like ke thomile 2016 mara ke thomile
Khumana
ke dira
funding
ka
ka
2021 wa bona so mara from department ke sale ka kira relief fund ka COVID-19
Oh,
so from 2016 ke kry-ile ke thomile go kry-a di-voucher ka 2019 so wa bona gore like funding I know tha like
I know Tanjinji.
o thomile today ka sane ba tja funding like it takes time wa e berekela pele
Okay,
so ka 2022 wa ba le program e wa ba re ke new era pharmacy ne le potato SA now e partner le Department of Agriculture and Rural Development like dilo tse di different o na le Department of Agriculture which ke a local like office ya ona e gausi le magistrate mo bogone
Okay.
so wa ba le Department of Agriculture and Land Reform
Okay.
rural and land reform, something like that, yeah. So potato SA partner le Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, yeah. Then by create a program by new era farmers. That time months put in o plant 1 hectare. Football ground here, 1 hectare, ka plant 1 hectare potato. From there on, Governor Norman. It's now I want to be a potato farmer because I can see that I can plant potato like, and in that time next year the resources so next year potato planter, next year potato harvester like the planting like a matzo from 2021 2022 the planting like a matzo mara 1 hectare nearly inch for now the guy harvester ka matzo ka kra munno na le harvester zanga e berekisa la reka so arki test go family so I tester ra bona gore ya bereka ra harvester ka yona from 2021 2020 I mean 2022 2023 I'm still on the program I new era farmers now ke fundile ke DBS
Ke bona ba tracker. No tracker.
oh tracker yo
O ka re bula ke tsebe. Mara o na le tracker ko mathomong like mo Facebook account ya o entse o na le tracker. A ke tsebe re e file ke mang was it a sponsor or maybe o reki tractor Like you do tracker. Oh, tracker. Oh, yeah, tracker.
DBS agreed to million fund at 2022. So we completed at 2023. So that time I mean ba fundile ka di pivot ya o shit.
Oh. Pivot ke la second. Oh.
So I get before ne ke sheta ka and ka 2.5 hectares. So and ka high land engwe ke lisitse from Bragadia. So le ke adimi ke renting.
Oh, le bona Bragadia ba lema.
Abalimi just that bana le land. So ke lema from land ya papa le Bragadia ka ba babedi. So DBS I get ne ke le ka 2.5 hectare ba di busha land e lengwe ne le wona.
Oh, ya Bragadia.
19 hectares.
Wow.
So DBS ya di busha land la ya thoma ya 19 hectares. Kalima ka 2023 kalima 5 hectares ya potato ground J5. So it was successful. You know what planting late because we were receiving ne switch sprout. We say ready gore the guy planter like at the same time we trying to wanna re until it just sprout like aso au phelo bona matsapana tshile
Ke like ya bona
yeah this sprout ke tsone tse di bitse sprout tsanetse so ra yola late ka August which season ya rona ka sete Limpopo is very late like season ya rona thoma from March up to July o ka bona o planta August ura o late like the risk di ba tse dintsi because o harvest to what na go ya dipula so which the sapane kana go ya dipula le tla o fa mathata because if o pala go harvest ura ore pula yana too much matsapana to bona or ato holabedi ato sprout again na ke rona sa le ka fa some
yeah.
So replanting late very late harvest on ne le sharp mara it was not the way
ne le expected
ka ne sa tshwane ya 2021 2022 mona re plantile ka nako ra harvest ka nako so it's actually fish lona ke bona hore mithare hola too much than matsapane ka mofa so the quantity of nanesi the way we expected ka ona and then ne le mathomo ke planter such a big space so ra hira ke hirile batho ba bantši to be honest that time ke hirile batho ba le gore unnecessary because nna ka monate wa ka be ke ipotsa gore okay nka hira batho ba bantši ka hira terekere tše 2 tša harvesta ora gore half ya batho ba bangwe ba taba a kere pivot ke second then o ka ikhatha into ba half tše pedi so ka ipotsa gore ya batho ba bangwe ba tla harvesta this side terekere nngwe ya harvesta this side so unfortunately re harvesta nngwe ya robela ora gore na o tlo harvesta terekere 1
yo
and then batho ba le ke ba bantši
le wena
so lo a
di sa balance but we learn ke re ya we learn
to a point ya gore e ntse re harvesta batho ba bangwe ba dula fase because ba emetse terekere e feta like yo it was frustrating batho ke ba bantši ba bangwe ba khutša ka ba bangwe ba bereke ba bangwe like o ba botsa gore re harvesta matsapana maso laje o iloka ba bangwe ba mixa laje le di small traka ke tše dintši tša Mozambique di eme di nyaga matsapa like
wow
up until ka you know what tsa a re fokotša batho ra šala ka 60 something I think
bo hirile bokae gane
116
ke batho ba dudi ba ana mo dula ngwana
90% ne le badudi ba gamaka and the rest ne le ba sekone ga sege brana moswa like mara most ya batho ne le batho
ba mo high okay
so ra fokotša batho ra šala ka 63 then ra thoma
mereko la bona tsela
harvesta ya ra ba le tima like o tlhalosetša motho re a o tshwanela o mixa large le medium le small like una le medium small una le large medium like le tšhu ka moka tshwantse di be ka ra di beke tša go differ so ra thoma go ba le control from that so ka thoma go bona gore eish na I'm a potato farmer like main crop ya ka ke potato although ke jale di-butternut di-cabbage spinach mara main crop ya ka ke potato so o ra gore land e ke nang le yone ke nnyane because gore ke boye ke tlo plantana mo lene ke jwetse 5 hectare tshwantse ke boye after 4 years
ka gore ka se yo thaole o di applicate o tshenya mamu
tsapane o le bušetšana mo le tshwantse o tšea nako nyana le for so wa bona gore
e nyaka o
ne go ba moding wa letsapane go tshwantse
wa tshwantse ba land maybe je form lo re ngwa planta mo wa ya ngwa wa ya oh yeah it's making sense yeah ke ikushisha
so then ka tsama ka ya go gorong a ke ko mahaeng re na le digoro
goro ke ete
no o bila wa le dintho gore ya thoma ya ba tšepedi
dintho tše di tle like goro ke tšepedi a kere e bile tšepedi before o tlo nyaka land before o tlo nyaka land o ya o botse ba re ke kgoro tšepedi so wena o ya kgorong e feng ke nyako tse ba re kgoro tše le piece tšepedi
at that time nearly choose my cattle
wa kgetha gore ke mo kae mo le reng ka re ke ya ka khumana land
again aba sa nyaka ntwela go ba cotton like and
ba sena go tsenelela
like aba sa nyaka mathata gore ra o boycott because wena o gore like monna modimisha mo so ba no ya gore nyanela be le hona gana e dintwa di trauma like wa ba le disagreement which di tlo tlhalosetsa gore ya ne e nngwe e tšwileng they were right all along a ke re nna e re le bana batswadi ba rena ba na le power ya go tšea decision because ke ka bona wena o ka se re hey tsamane o attenda gore ya bale o se ka attenda ya bale so now go goreng ela wa fitha to a point ya gore that what okay ke gopetse land ke re papa ba isal ka goreng ke lo tsa last year ke gopela land lori na ke gopela go extend land as le bone ka 2023 ke rile batho ba bakaka and then ke na no o ya pele if ke kra land go to hira batho go feta number ile sala ra hira and o ka lebella go gamaka like ke batho ba bantši bo se bereke ba bangwe ba ile gaute ba ile nya ka mereko still ba bereke ba dutse go gauteng and ba rile ya mo batswadi ba bona gore ba ba romele tšhelete tša di rent mara a bereke so if go hayo o ba le mmereko batho ba le
ba ka boya ba ta ba tuition
o nna ha ya o patile rent o ja ka hae lunch no tsama wa ya ka hae wa ja wa boya wa ya mmereko
so batho ba modimo
so e ke ya go gorong ke ba tlhalose ke ba bontšhitše mabaka a gore banna ba le like ne ba thagetse ba re monna sala wa hira bana ba rena like and re bona gore o ya ko pele o sa tlo hira bana ba rena which ntho ya re thagaja because bana ba rena ba sa dula ba ba le mo le reng ba busy ka and that time ya December 2023 a bophelo bo nne le shebe-shebe ko hae.
Yo.
Everyone had money.
Ba
To
bojile
be
Christmas
honest,
bose.
like I could have known but wow, what or that year when we hirile like ka December be re sa re lay
Na o
on
tlo re hira
makarapa.
neng a bedi. O tlo re bitsa neng.
So that time ne ba sa re lay on makarapa, everyone na le chelete. No sina dintho cause motho a sina chelete o kra no betela hore wena o mreke le biro ba tseba ba shimane majwana. So everyone could afford like
December jela.
like December, what's December ke
Le January wa kgona go reka masekisa ya sekolong.
so like everyone had money. So and you can understand ka fela e re bereka re na le tšhelete le crime e tlo fokotšega.
Exactly.
Tla bo utswetšang because o na le
O na le wa kgona ke afford.
you can afford to buy food di ko boding, so there's no need ya gore o tsamaye o utswe.
So o ba approacha ba kwana le
So
idea.
e ke ba fama ba ka ba kwana le idea one le ona ba tseba gore bana ba bona ba bereke. Ape remember o hola pay and then o dula le batho ba baholo ba rila on pay ya hao.
O go re tso shitisha batswadi
ba image
ba imelwa.
yeah.
And lona as a youth like sometimes wa baba o bona motswadi a leka ka mata or a kgone providela wena o dutse like
Auna mmereko
auna plan.
like auna plan ya ruke. So ba understand mabaka ka ba tlhagala ba okay ba gale ba tsamaye ro
mongathela
because if we grad the tuition it's about the tuition because now at that time like honestly next natural child di bush at that time mara ka ra bona ka anytime nga thomo bereka.
Okay.
So but are di nga pele hore re ska shitella ngwana o bereka. Okay,
The quicker mofa the quicker miracle tom
then our ban allocated la landing. So sharp fast forward 20 this year. Benji ka apply na benji ka apply like the funding like I get this thing ke gopetse last year. So this year ka
because of what's ba in the process ya go fa land then wa busy apply for the funding. Okay,
so ka kira funding from Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. So it's no kira
funding e ke ya go fa metšhini ya o di busha
infrastructure like ba o ketsa land ba bandela just that go some of the things are ski deposit that much. Like when the pack shed ke like mo mo ring whatever area was done we pack like a mo. And then when the little reservoir mo lo restore metso wa tsama ayo ya ko di dripping or ko di center pivoting.
Okay,
like air pump metsa ya ka tamo, and then after that I no need to shaka or in case if motho ga so chabile
le khona o cheletsa
yeah
le tamole keng ba le thoma fase or jwang.
mara le ba le dileng kila zinc which
Okay,
is 940,000 meters, almost a million. Yeah. So kilo tse lore ba di dia and some of the things go di busha and then ba lokela pivot yo. So sharp I get it, like e ke gore tse pedi go haya ke gore nngwe e na le ntona ke tarike
moetapele ye nngwe ke
e nngwe na le chairperson
ya nnete ke efe
ya nnete gore community tshwantse e thakana ka moka re kgethe community re kgethe chairperson na borekwa e ka tswile ebile le kgoshi ebile ka tswile ebile le ntona.
Okay, e ra gore ba ntona bona a se bona
abo ke tswere deed of transfer deed of transfer ya tlhalosa gore na ya gama ka e rekilwe.
wow.
So deed of like o a reng kena ntona ya o re ena o tswere deed of transfer ke certificate sa isa ba kgoshi and I
no, I think her situation now is the same as ya kwa Brookman. I think her ya Brookman lona ke na ya borekwa. Yeah.
Auna ntona na khodi. So bona gama ke rekilwe ka 1923
1923.
Yeah. Motho ke bolelang ga ena ka no ba ena le bo ma 42 years. Wa understand? Then deed of transfer ke tshwereng ya tswa ka 1929.
Deed of transfer be transfer from who to who?
From
mo ba irekileng
from Maguru like Nelebo.
Be ba irekileng
from David Leon Schaffer.
Okay, so by transfer kore e thomilwe batho ba gama ka bathomilwe owner from 1929
yona e rekilwe ka 1923 mara deed of transfer ya tswa ka 1929 6 years later. So page engwe e explain gore nae e rekile ke bomang.
Okay, kore ke di-list tša boragolo a rena bana bo re sa ba tsebeng.
Yona a ena list ya batho ba ba rekileng mara batho ba ba rekileng matsi bo ke bomang ba filwe di-land at that time like
Okay,
di-hectare
okay.
12 hectares 12 hectares.
Hectares each.
So mo e explain gore na bo rekwa ke property ya babirwa tribe e ngwadileng.
Yena o gona na moe.
Ke sa o tlhalosetse a kere e re ke naye e rekilwe ke babirwa tribe of native land under headman Charlie Tawatswana. I get. So at that time e ba reka nae ba khethile boragolo ae ore
Okay.
e be headman. It's like Mandela o thomile ba president ka 94. ya ba le gore South Africa under the president Nelson Mandela. I get. Gamaka e rekile ke babirwa under headman Charlie Tawatswana. I get.
Okay, yeah.
A era ore o bona if ingane ere Charlie Tawatswana under babirwa.
Betlo ba o re e rekile ke yena.
Yena babirwa ke batho ba lo ke kgoshi ya babirwa. So
Eh,
e rekile ke
ke
babirwa
babirwa.
then ba kgetha yena ba ke headman.
Ke headman.
So
Oh,
which bele
19.
1929 motho ke
1920.
bolelang ka yena nngwe re ena ke yena ntona. He's 40 something years.
Okay.
So yena o nyokotša this thing idea ya bogo e se like ke ya bogoši.
O nyaka o
Idea ya
tšeana.
madi.
O nyaka a khone kwishisha o nyaka o reng lebe ka fase ya
Ka
ga.
fase ka hae. And
Okay.
boragolo a ene le headman o ba headman a era ore o kgoši.
Okay, so ge a re ena ka mokgwa e explainang ka gona wena o tshwanetse o reke nako yena or o tshwanetse tšeo di diang mo ngathele ke nyako ikwishišana mo.
Kore like a ke ile go bona because ke gore tše di beng ona. O la gore ke ena ntona gore engwe re tshwantse re thagane re kgethe chairperson which they are right. That's why ke re o dula le batswadi ka se tšele decision wa rona ke support gore na ke support gore. So ke no ya go goreng ya bona ka gopela land which le bona ke batho ba na ke re bona boragolo bona ba rekile. O ya go bona a ke wrong.
A o wrong
Ke committee ya e beng ona ya monaeng ka go bona ka khopetse ba ndumeletse ba bona ba nsela ba tsama ba nsela.
so e ba o dumeletše like ke eng proof e le gore o na le yona like e ba o dumeletše ba o sela o na le di-document tše ba o fang tšona tša wa prova gore re mo fa yona under mabaka a itšeng wa e reka o ba ba no sela stuff ke nyako
So
kwešišana
e
mo
le
gore
thoma o tana moe ore o tshwantse ke kry permission to occupy o wa reng ke ena ntona that time ne ke gopela na ile Gauteng a ile o nyaga mmereko. O ka re o re wena ko ena kgoši o re ntona wa toela setšhaba sa wa tsamaya o nyaga mmereko
a retse
wa e bona gore a ke shy make
a e
sense.
make sense.
So now o wile ba mo tlhalosetse gore I mean ngwana mo go butle mo a gopela pleke re mo file pleke e bile re thomo sela. So a tshwanela ntsanele PTO a hana
PTO king
permission to occupy.
permission to occupy land wa ke okay
Then a hana rena ka sign PTO lwa le bo papa. I understand. Like
A ke kwešiše.
tse le reng na e bila ke tsebo di thomile ka e jwana.
ape nae a inyake ke bo papa gago e nyaka ko wena.
Wa understand. So
So-
matata a thomilana mo.
The other thing that is not making sense kore ngwana mokakanyana ka nama a tolwa le batho ba bagolo a e make sense ra re na le disrespect ka mo hare o ka story ke lwa le
Le papa.
Okay,
And next at tsebo ntwa ya o le papa e thomile ka.
e thoma kae ka re o ngwana
E ke nyakishisha ke papa ke signatory ko remember ko hae o na le shop a ke re tlhalositse gore o na le shop tse dingwe ba gale ba go gale ba di haile. So o ra gore ke di asset just chaba ke di patela rent di hirile makula di patela rent tšhelete e tsana ka ra community account. So o papa ke one of signatory o tshwana le ko di sweat ke re ba kgetha batho ba bararo ba ko bankeng.
ore
So o papa mo ke one of the people ya batho ba bararo. So the reason why ba lwa le papa sale wa di e ore tšhelete ya rent e collectilwe ke ya se deposit a kere deposit e tlo tlokela batho ba ba bararo. Tšhelete ya se deposit o papa ba re ba le ko gore ma e raise ba re o na le tšhelete ngwa se deposit ra magala gore tšhelete ya kgwedi so a se deposit.
so tšhelete motho ya e lata ka letso then
A
a
e
re
deposit.
kgoboketša a e deposit so who ke mang wa a ke kwešiše.
Mo nka
I
se
think
go share hore-
I think it's better if batho bana ba rente ba direng ba patele to
Tšhelete, we are
okay.
coming like tšhelete a kere o na le motho a e collectang a ke tse gore ke mange a kenya go tsena gara mathata mara ko kgorong ba tseba gore ke bomang ba ba kgethile ba le gore o ta yo e late ko makuleng then a yo e deposit. So this particular person o e collectile a se kgwedi ya nngwe ya tshwanetse a e deposit a se e deposit o pa ba makala gore kgwedi ya pe tšhelete a se tloke
o bothata ke mo botswileng gona gore
e ba botsiša ko kgorong gore tšhelete a diite so a se tloke ya thoma ya ba gore e mogala bo o thoma o fatlholla batho wa buša like ene bo papa e ba ba kgetho ba bo botse gore nna ke kwane le corruption so gopela gore e leng kgetho gore ke be signatory le tsebe gore ke tonya ka dilo tša straight a ke kwane dilo tša corruption tša o jika-jika
okay bothata bo thoba mowe
bothata bo thomile gore o papa ebile whistle blower ya gore ditšhelete maybe a di depositile wa
so ke nyaka go tseba tšhelete e šoma engane ya rente le no e bankantše ya gola ya
a botse tshwanetse e šome dilo tše community e di nyakang
o tshwana le boeng
since o ina le kgoro tše pedi a ke tse gore o tshwana le o ka decide community gore yona e nyaka tšhelete
e nyaka eng
nna nka se re hayang engenyana rekelang bana ba o thoka ditšhuana what so e weta decide ke the whole community
maybe the sports ground ya ba tšama maybe the clinic
so
and stuff
unfortunately
okay
ke kgoro tše pedi batho bo ka moka ba kwana so gore ba kwane tšhelete o ite e berekišwe tshwanetse ba thakane ba boledišane
and then a ona
Ha
taba
hona
gore
kwana.
thakana so ke nyako tseba so this person o gana o signela land ye o e kgopetšeng e le goreng batho ba le ready ya go fa yona ka baka la
no ba mfile yona ntho e nne e shorta ke PTO fela
so there's no way e le goreng o ka kgona go bereka ntle le that PTO
a kere ene o ganne remember a kere tshwanetse community ka moka e thakane e kgethe chairperson e kgethe committee e le gore e kgethile ke setšhaba then o la gana o saena na ka ya ko kgorong e nngwe
okay and then gore ngwa ena taba le
ba thagala idea ya ka ba nsaenela
ba o sa o na le PTO from kgoro ye nngwe
ke kgoro e nngwe ya nsaenela a ke bone problem because ka moka bona ke di-interim committee ke batho ba le gore ba sa nna ba tshwere until community thakana
yeah
re kgetha mang le mang o re be committee and
ke
then
di-acting what
ba sa act then wo e ba chairperson so ke kry-ile permission from batho ba ka committee tše ka moka tša go act ke kry-ile
permission ka kwa mara wa tshwenya ke signature
then ka ya ko ba le ba nsaenela so wa bona gore ba le ba dumetse o fa land
ba le bona ba dumetse ebile ba sign
so now ba le ba kwatiše gore ba le ba nsaenetse
ke bona bana ba msadi bana yo ke bona bana ba ntse ba le ba thaka masika ba taditše motho
so detail be di thoma o bereka ke remember ke kry-ile funding then di ele ba measure tše yona like a ke bone problem why
ya go kgotsofatša
le nna boragolo ba rekile wa bona so ke na le every right ya go lema lekene as long as o mongwe le mongwe a nyako lema like gamaka ke lende nngwe e kgolo kudu e re ko botse gore ke how many hectares e ground tše kae so land ya gamaka is 2670 mogen ke tsone di-hectare so then land e ke kgopetse ke 10 hectare imagine a 10
out of
hectare, out of 2000 ke a drop in the ocean man like
ke ntokwana
ke e nyane ebile like ya limita because nna ke nyaka go lema matsapana wa bona ngane ba re ba mfile 100 hectare ina le weight wa bona ya feel gore ya mo so ba mfile only 10 hectare
so the only thing is that because like now ke bone gore you are not working like a o kgone bereka with the fund ya ke batho ba o fundela for land ya nela ya 4 hectares ba o fileng yona so no pa like o bereka why
so I grew up now land ye already e beng ona e beng ke berekela mo yona like una le a lot of construction like military pipe and all that
re boleng go bolela ka the new one e lo
the new one ke yona e detail be thoma di do di bush ke mo ba stopang
so stopile like stopi
ke stopile then radia court interdict re khosere ka se ba bathe ka matso remember na I have a lot to lose
like
and then na ba ntsentsha gara dilo tša setšhaba tše lori like di tšhelete tša setšhaba tše loreng tšhelete ya ona a sebe ke šomiše ko projecteng yaka a sebe ka ikgopela ka ikgopela tšhelete ya setšhaba ke nyako lema like dilo tše ke di diang ke dilo tše lori ke di dile ka matsogo aka di-funding tse ke di-apply ka dilo tse nna ke nang le tsona se ke apply ka dilo tsa setšhaba so bona no ba nstopa ba re ba lwele papa because of tšhelete so ba nyaka gore papa ba resigne without gore setšhaba ka moka se tsebe remember ke re tšhelete ke ya setšhaba ka moka regardless gore o na le kgoro tše pedi still tšhelete ntlo tšhelete o re e be ka FNB e dile ke shopo ya setšhaba so o re gore tšhelete ke ya setšhaba ka moka and gore tšhelete o e tswe setšhaba ka moka tshwanetse se thakane and ba le as long as ba sa twane le ba le ba gore nngwe tšhelete e le ka setswe so ba nyaka gore papa ba resigne without
transparency
without ba transparent gore tšhelete re nyako e ntšha re o diang ka yone ba khuša mathata a thomilana mo papa ba re nna nka se resigne because yo bja nna ka ra risk setšhaba se sengwe se
tlo lebelela wena ka matho a makhibidu ba tlo re gantsi
ke ntho ke itšhabanyane so bona tshwanetse ba kgoboketse setšhaba ka moka papa ba resigne batho ka moka ba lebeletse and then ditšhelete tše di shortang tshwanetse ba account ba di tšere ma account gore di kae
so a ke kwešiše so they are stopping project ya farm ka baka la taba gore not taba ya gore they have a problem with what ka taba ya tšhelete
a bana problem because if ngane ba na le problem le lende le be ka semfa yona in the first place
so go stop your project it's another way of forcing bo papa gore ba resign
so and into a simple
That's not smart.
You resolve simple and if ba ka thakantša community ya thakana ka moka ya decide or tšhelete wa itšwe or e ska tšwa e itšwa yo diang wa khuša ke ntho e simple
I think it's even simple gore motho a te forward gore nna I use this money for this and that then maybe
wa pala go ipatela go pele ditshwarelo
I think so
nna ke shwela gore motho wena o fitha di corruption jang and which o hanelela gore yana ke yana wa mošate ke yana ntone mara deed of transfer I re Charles Stewart o le ke yana rekileng gamake e re ba birwa ba rekile gamake under headman
so one of the document e we tšea kae like
o bona this document di fitilwe like ke secret go gamaka like abanye ke like this guy one wa re and also deed of transfer certificate size o ba goshi ba fitile dilo tse gore batho ba ska tseba so now papa nentse ba le ba attenda goro sa le wa bole pentolo ring di copy di bile tsa di
I think that was a smart idea or the copy did
so ba bangwe ba na le tsona di copy no more like need ya ba expose ke tse gore why ba sa expose that's why maybe ba so ba nana gore o like need to na le mata o ba ntuna cause if ngana na le ile khoshi ile yana re kileng na ela ba goreng wa ke re ba taba ko if na ka ha o batho ba dielo tseo wena o sa dinya ke mona ya o tshwantse ba go ba ke the reason why a sa ba go is because ka moka rena bora gola rena ba rekile and e ba reka bora gola rena a se ba rekile bora gola hae ba reketse batulu ba bona mogele bo molo mo a reka ba rekela la pala hae
meaning gore wena you are not wrong in any way
you are not wrong right le mamola
the only problem go gore there's someone o loreng o nyaka motho mongwe a resign without transparency ya dilo tse be di dirwa
shopo tse le betsa high because ore yana ke nna ntuna which is wrong khama ka ena ntuna ena go
so batho ba ishang le ena ke ba bantši batho ba loreng
da ishang le ena honestly like most of batho ba bantši ba tsodi ba nna wa tsa gore gale sekolo like a se ba tsene sekolo so ba bangwe ba kwishishe ba bangwe ba no re
ba jwa le moshiti
ba rile bora kgolwa ke moshate ke moshato lo ka diangwa ya odimo ya fase moshato ka so cancel maar papers are saying otherwise and then re ka se re bona gore our leadership rano re wena kwena ntuna or wena kwena chairperson
so with the proof you nang le yona like mushoring like lo tsa go tshwana le bo maphodisa ke dilo tse ba di tibile project and wena already o khumane funding ya go rutšwe le pele ka this project you are unable to proceed with this project because ntho itseng and ntho bona it has nothing to do with the way o kumaneng land ka gona lo tsa go tshwana le bo maphodisa ba reng like a ba go fe permission a ba te kwa ba gada ntho gore le kgone go bereka
di busha ke re bitse maphodisa then unfortunately maphodisa ona ntho ba ka idea because tshwantse o die di court order o die di masterata o fe di court order so sharp advice ya gore ra ba le rena le lawyer ra dia court interdict again court interdict ra submit go magistrate so court ya Matome bile ka di 28 ka March so unfortunately yesterday by postpone to the 7th May so ka di 7 tsa May ra kry-a le gore magistrate ka mokadimo ba re o šetse magistrate o mo one o dile ka di-criminal matters ya rena ke civil matter so o šetse magistrate o mo one o re court e ka se tsena so ba e postponela to it was ka ntho May ebile ka di 7 tsa May ke postponement ya akere ya mathomo ebile ka 28 tsa March ya bobedi ya ba ka di 7 tsa May 7 tsa May then by postpone to the 18 tsa June.
Okay, maabane.
So
who directing like wanna progress? Do you even think or
it's a postpone already to 28 tsa August. So
nako ka moka te bo
duty I get all deal court interdict I know ma put sides and tshwantse tsane ke magistrate. So now I thought it aba agent matter because re bolela ka project
ring funding e tswile o tshwantse o
bereke ka sa afford o ema
there's no
benefit na ile one benefit like benefit batho ba batho benefit batho ba bogoma like
a ke go tswa rena a ona ro ka bereka ka gang na like wa shumisha moreba wa tsena kwa like
since dile ka ra court like unfortunately you can change your emele magistrate au diele
court order ko reng ko re ba o fa permission ya go bereka
permission ya go bereka without disturbance. So if bale ba apeletsa o tam nna ke bereka ke kry court order from magistrate ba to ba tshwara because ba tsela
like court order ke eng ke warrant of arrest or something
ke a ndumela gore nna ke tswele if nna ke right gore ke file land ka maleng magistrate ai bona botho right aro o to mpa court order ke bereke then ba stop on the step if ba ta ba ni step.
So why is it taking long gore o khumane court order mola ona le proof ya gore ke rekile land she
and it kena le proof ya one tshwana motho a se ntona se khoshi na ke re ke na ntona na ke ha ilo ka ishwela ke tena na dibolela so that time re bereka mosadi ola wa mpeta o thibatse ke bona one of the people never stop at the TLB.
O ke bona ba exchange phone ka re ke maki ke bona ba phone number re
o botsa ba le re TLB do di push so ba tiny group like what one stop among a small group and lo tse ba di diela ka masoding the reason ya undi ya ke di expose is because batho ba bantsi ba tsebe rudi ya
ke kwa golele batho
funela batho ba a tseba ba tlo mo support ba te ba stop at TLB a thushetse ba le ba di TLB ya setšhaba seta stolo batho wa bona because ba la se ba dudi ba mole le nje ke ba botsa gore motho ntwa e bolela ngae
berekang like ba ka tshepe le bona at the end of the day ba try protect maphelo a bona ke mmerekong ba
so that guy o funela ba khotse ba ye le family tsa hae tse le reng wa tse gore ke sure ba ye ke ba funetse ba tota ba support so mosadi wala she was one of them and le ngwana hae and then it was so sad because motho o bereka ko clinic o sa apere uniform ya ko mmerekong o ta o to stop like o stop mmereko wa rena mara wa ha yena o
tswela pele
so o iputsishe gore if motho wa bereka a o stop or wena o bereke o nana if asanya ke bana ba bangwe ba bereke o re o dieng ka maphelo a rena so ke lo tse le gore di sad tshantsuwe like mosadi ola ba re le ba dutse kwa na like o bona nna modimo nthushitse she mo mpontshitse lo tsa boshimo montsha to be honest like into yeke lwang ki it's a spiritual fight I see like it's more than like I salulwa le papa ko lwa le nna like straight so the fight that I'm fighting now ki a spiritual one because how can you be maswika or di traga di sky ko shimo and then ek try to stop one pet
so ke go tseba like e le busy le ya back and forth ao se nke bata ka dilinyana ba re at least re fe a certain percentage ya dilo tse bo di ya mo gore o gone o bereka a ke go tseba rena sa nka banya ka o lokela letsogo motho mongwe ba nya ka o twa se wena o se twang o lema in order for you to proceed I agree sometimes you lokumana re botse re ka dira eng because ra bona re mmereko tshwantse tswela pele a banya go tsena ka mo re le bana ba bona ba tsene ba je le bona
I agree bona banya go bolelishana le nna
they're not willing bona ba do nyaka
engage bona ba yolo ene ke thomo bolela ya mini ke thomo bereka bana so wa ba le batho ba le hore ba ba latile ba try hore re engage nna ke ise so wa una le taba tsa hore nna ke patela fine so ntwe ke sa ikushi hore ke patela fine ke dileng cause land ke file ke bona and then ke moditwa ga maka le nna boragolo ba re ke ya ba gale ba le hore ba rekile nna ke na le right ya gore ke le mo and what committee ya re stopa mo 2022 ka re sa lo ba le department ya ke re bona antshi ko dina yeng na le project just chat so department e rile batho ba 50 ba di busha 5 factor we se ba le mathatana ke nana wana what committee ke chairperson ya that 5 factors ya di busha ke department so bana o kra batho ba ditse ba re former cooperative department e create like mebereko ka support the community ba dira community project
nyakanyesiane ba o dielang yona a seng ba mo diela
asi ba idea like asi a high ke cooperative una le committee and ba mo kgetha as chairperson mo cooperative ni asi be ba by the way one le na wa committee ke na o mongwe a re ke na wa ka moshate kwa ke o related to lo wa re nyana ke na ntlo so imagine bona department inotha ya hira batho ba 50 ba rena 5 hectare asi be ba le mathata 5 hectare ona imela methara I bereke le ndile na ena mathata le ndile lo rinya bereka e thomo ba le mathata so le ndile e le affected asipatele sebe
mara ha tshwanetse patele fine
for what because na ibile ke hira batho project ya ka active yela sala fund department a ona motho e mo hirileng ai active no ibile imela methara so o ra re ke white elephant ba o stile
chelete
ya mmusho so na a ke tsebore ke patala ene ke patala mo mang because a ona ntona ona goshi
so ke nyako tseba re more ba o bereke mo like there's no way lo re nka tswela pele because like o ye mina go ya tsamaya funding di tswile and stuff
anele forcing ga se gone o shumisha until a magistrate and the court order and mara ke sa understanding ga justice ya mo South Africa kuri why the criminal case di attendiwa fast mara di project tailoring di ka hira batho tja fokotsa bogodu o ro ska ba le criminality nje di opla di post
diananya ape ngwa wa fela
and then ke stakile di season di a feta
di a tsena
ya fela ka July
and then the people like le batho ba o fandang they'll start thinking or you are not reliable
because we were 20 by June when the project
mara are they aware situation ya how
department of agriculture is aware
so why ba sa pushy mthomongwe or they don't have power
to be honest okay inyaga baso ba gamane inyaga community wa bona community yemelele
ibe behind
me because by the way ntwe I benefit like le bona I benefit bana ba bona I benefit le bona because ba gone go reka the vegetables house
and like
I create mebereko not only mebereko it is thabolo e ntsi mo nang ya boreng
almost kontiri but if the project is active batho ba fita mo la tseleng ela they will see how important the road is and then ba le gona la haela ditsela dilo tse di
so inaga ba so ba yemelele re mobilize re fight this thing because this guy ana right ya ore yana kana ntona na ke yana khoshi and then o violate batho ke abuse of power
yona ke bone hore ina le abuse ka
and no ba abuse batho bale because ba ntshibela hore ke tswele pele ba nyo gore nna ke patela di fine je lore nna ke tsebo re
fine o ba re ke bokae
aba boleng like you know when to
but I feel like if you pay fine you start in the like sometimes you are desperate to continue with your because when you're driven by passion if you pay fine this time they will come back fine life fela ba kusha gore motho bizu a bereka
motho isale moswa a bereki urene kana ntuna ne dintuna o lebella dintuna tsa di 19 ngwetse lore di under di khoshi bo malbo bo matala bo mloto di a ona yana ke ntuna le hore ai hole a bereke
ke ntona ka lina
ke rena community e patele di fine maybe re ntse di tšhelete tsa hore wa kusha so community tshwantse e emela ka maoto re stop and try hore na le gore tepedi community tshwantse e kwane re thakane re kgethe chairperson re kgethe le committee re dumelelana nga yona.
But then do you think or they're taking your case serious like when no lebeleji
batho ba ntse ba tshaba we approach this matter
by chaba
like I can say ba chaba like because this guy ba thusha tsa batho go goreng ya bona hore ba tabantsha di sweaty ba tabantsha di phiri so remember if motho mo lo reng wa chuwa once mo tsa ka di phiri le sweat wa chuwa hore
go sorry ke go phutha
jwang so ba thoma o bela mara because ka ha isa lo ba le mokete batho ba tlile mokete sa mo urile batho ba ya mokete ma fainiwa 600 batho ba le gore mata moketeng ka gae. Some of our family members ba dinšhitše di 600 too, ba bangwe ba re ntho wa e kgonena, right? And remember e ba dinšha di 600 too, receipt ya ona ngwadile a ngwane gore ke fine ya o ya moketeng wa mogolo, di ngwadile gore ke koleke ya setšhaba. How can you introduce something gore ke fine o thomo e fa motho receipt gore ke koleke ya setšhaba wa setšhaba ka moka
Yeah, tlokane uwe ka re
I told
iyo.
well, understand. So this guy is using like the tricks which are, I think, a scam, to be honest, because
Ke scam.
and we find out to the child illegal.
But according to me, you have proof, like
I
you have
have proof.
everything in paper, in black and white. I think this thing should have been settled long time ago, like the day you look at this paper, so about this is the project that I'm working on, and it is due in 6 months or in a year. Can you please help me out? I'm trying. I think we sign it like from the word go because you have proof.
That's how. Neki nana ka ona or project ito hira batho. Eki ya ko erisha ko court like bato bala matter wa ka ore land ki krele jwang tumelelo jwang then ban dumella o bereka because batho ba be bereka le bona man stop ba bereka and le batho ba recruiter ke batho ba o le ba o la pay so rena re go bereka di tiele ka matso wa rena mara stop ke batho ba le ba bereka pay and le ka boshu mmusho ka re ba khalabele ba khekul ba khama ka re ba stopela di page bona o bona re ka sto ba sharp because bo re ka maupi jwang ka misinya bona wo patala straight.
The cost of living now is very high. You can't depend on social grant. You have to have like multiple streams of income in order for you to sustain yourself and stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to know from when like what type of help are you looking for? Because like I think like the court is failing you, the justice system is currently failing you because you can't be going back and forth for mengwaga ape in 3 years. If it keeps on being postponed this way, you might end up like give up to the point they cannot if there's no progress because they have to invest in something productive. What type of help are you looking for right now and from where?
Currently not only me na and then what stop development it wisha everyone so schawa sa khama se under abuse and violation like motho o abuse power ana yona lo ba yona unyo go shumisha license ya borakolo ae ka 1929 ya go headman and he's only 40 something years old. Like from 1929, you can imagine. Asiana headman wang just that yena o re eletse mogala bo ne le headman by that time. Unyo go drive a license abrakula. Khamaka 20 ml face this thing. This guy 20 tsamaya o nya ka mmereko. Ena le wa.
Or motho mo o mohire.
Or ke mohire, yes. And he's very talented that guy. O khona like o khona o dia ditafole and all that. I remember by that time re sakwana. Since na ke dia landscaping it o hira wana wan diela ditafula for decoration ye sha so that guy is talented aka thoma business ya high a dia ditafula dia ditilo advertiser ta mo support ta mo advertise on our social media ta support what committee this guy like I can say we change checking because like he can do better like locha dia no just stop a project I can say we shaking because mucho bernana ori
like o sharp yena financially
mara no a sharp financial because nelo financial like it's nelo what committee so imagine what committee now stop a project ring what committee
a whole leader
I encourage a whole leader all of encourage the development and stop a development and what said go one time go khorong le ba bolela ka di development le re tshwantse di die mo community so ba re lekula le le hirileng le nyoko dia hardware right and then una le someone else unyoko ta go gamaka a die mall
okay
so ka yemela go goronga ba butshore since na ke tle mo lena ka gopela land why project ka le sa ibulele mo gorong la tsebisha setšhaba a ke re that time go gorong ne le committee le few batho ba setšhaba ba bang this is like khotho ba bona since le dile khotho wa le sa tsebishi setšhaba ka moka gore ka mogole tsebishang setšhaba gore makula ba nya go dia di hardware motho mongwe le re nga dule mo
una ka dira shopping center
and nna ke nna ngwana wa mo wa bona
so why how ba overlooka
ke ya thoma what committee ke re ke na o mongwe re ke na ka mshata ibile le yana ke one of signatory ba ka FNB yana le bopapa le o mongwe so o re no ya how isana le di gagano re salwa le papa o sana le mathata
So it's easy for foreigners to come and
come, yeah.
infiltrate ba tsenelele ba tlo tšea tšhelete from badudi ba
Yeah.
gamaka mola bana ba gamaka. Do you think or if it was a white farmer were they going to
No,
use the very same
no.
energy that they are using on you?
If motho o kgona gore someone else o to dia molo a kgona gore lekule to dia hardware, someone else o lema it will be easy for him.
It will be easy for him.
Mar
Wow.
it's difficult for ngwana o lo reng
So they,
boragolo a e ba
in
rekile.
other words, ko hore they believe in foreigners
Yeah.
more than they believe in their own. And what's said to Kori, this country is slowly being
Yeah.
given to foreigners.
Yeah.
Not so long tlo ba re tshwana le Zimbabwe, to be honest, because like we are moving in that manner. So in your closing, like what message do you like no too show you just want to work. And then the justice system, according to the way illings look you don't think you'll ever be able to continue with project feeling. And if you are not continuing with the project, it means you you'll be seen as if you are not like reliable, are consistent and stuff. So the funding declare fast like is the if you are offered land somewhere, would you go and obereka ko yona or you prefer oberekela mo jwang gona?
O bolela nnete infrastructure tse di dileng ngwana a se tse lo ro ka di rwala wa tsamaya wa isa.
Oh.
If it was possible be ko di rwala structure se le be ko se rwala ka tsamaya. Unfortunately the infrastructure tse lo reng ke tse lo reng
They are built in
a
still
a se tse lo reng a di
adikuku.
tshwane pivot o ka move around ka yona.
Eh.
So and then bora gola ka ba rekile man. Like e ba reka ba eta time ba reka le ba khala ba bone le ba ipotsa gore batho le ba bona le bana ba bona ba to phela mo lending. So I ke bone reason why should ke run away from this problem because if nna ke a tshaba ba bangwe ba ba lema because a sena ke le tekile mango gama
Bona
bana
bana-
that ba sa le ko backyard. So
Oh.
by that time le bona ba reach a stage se ke be mo sona nna ke tshabile bona bo dia yang ka bona.
Yeah,
If nna ka hanetse yona no re bona ba tlo dumelela.
Oh.
So I ke tshabe mola ke na le right o lema mola bo ragola ka le nna ba rekile. I have every right.
So ga ba o
to
tshenyeje
develop.
like ba te ba utswa ba diang.
No, now I don't know much about it. Let's just about cut the cable. The pivot, the borehole and stuff like
Motho
that.
no ta kata nje.
Kata, senior like I want. So which impression ya or what stop and because this thing I say no it to me over physical last year no bolelo
No ino bolelo eh.
because na ke mutse ka na since ke krile permission ya hore ke le mamola ba ntsetse tseba hore nna ke tlo bereka mo that land so I feel ka rena ke monyata maybe.
Oh, like asanga mo offer a dilinyana wa reng.
Why should I Borakula ka ban reketse o mane like my grandfather my
Yeah.
great grandfather paid for me for everything for ntungwe le ngwe ke go develop on that land. Everyone all over Borakula ba rekile ba mo pateletse everything. There's no need ya hore ke patela be. Apo ka se ro rekile land wa e reka be ya khone. So e ke mo patela hore ke reka land ya be and which Borakula ka ba e rekile. So ke na le right o le mamole.
So the only thing you stapling ke yona court order.
I'm just hoping or maybe the 27 ja August ikafela like mara the way ke bana nilo ka ona lawyer rabalis o ra loka di delaying tactics so like when you go delay
Yeah, ke mo go ke nyako tsa rena itlo delay hantši di civil matters like they have to be resolved after how long?
since it's my first time ke attend like bile be sa imagine or mo phlo ba ka nga ba ka tswa ke attend jwa court the court and because nna ke tswa every day ke iperekela ke a mashimong like a ke le motho ga ke rata mashata sena motho wa di group o discuss batho like every day I wake up go bereka ke create a mebereka re diang that's it. So next I imagine or one day nga ikipana re ya di court and all that so o bolela nnete ke tsebore o drega for how long and no or some of the things di ka re thusha ke lo tsa tshwana le bo Coxstar ke re ke yona ya eloring mantuna le mawishi ba re phatha mo bona. So since this one at claim or ene ka nantuna Coxstar maybe e ka ta ya clear all this ya clear di or deed of transfer e bolela jwang because some of the papers do on tsa Limpopo provincial e state or e ke 2005 Your letter dated 14 September 2005 is hereby acknowledged following our ref number slash 13 dash 3 Gemarke 1012 dated the 14th of March 2005. This office still confirms that according to the records in this office, there is no induna on the above mentioned farm.
Wow.
And that it does not form part of Bahanana Traditional Authority. Or
Wait, like with this all proof, still they
still,
couldn't.
like as on anyone like ye bolela hore a under Hoshi Malebo. So the second one ye bolela hore the department record does not reflect the recognition of a headman, Mr. Mabule Charles Tawatswala, who are in Kenan. This one
Okay.
2018 because the Ndwaja Korete Pedi to me around 2018, 2019. I recognize a headman, Mr. Mabule Charles Tawatswala on the bot farm Gemarke 1012. So with all these proof, re sa violate wa motho sana na re nona le mata o stop di project.
Yeah, now na le dipampiri tša di tshwereng tše le goreng di approve gore
Yeah, no tshwere deed of transfer or kena.
di teng transfer yane le wena o e tshwereng.
Yeah, o tshwere ona ke certificate sa esa ba khoshi so. And then batho ba baholo ba bangwe ba le goreng a se ba tsene sekolo e ba bona challenge wedile mola tšhelete o tswana ba nana gore ka nnete na ye ke bona ba
ya ena ID o bontšha le gore ke ID ya motho wa 19 something.
no mengwae o re rekilwe le deed of transfer e tswileng ke yone ke prove ya one shot
Sorry, motho e ba-
a se ka 2018 or 2019 yeah so ba so ba gama ka tshwantse ba emelela ba mobilize re fight off this thing because baba hulu papa rena yes they are fighting it as like but while they are fighting this currently ke batho ba baholo and ke minority some of batswadi ba bangwe ba fear we di o ba bangwe like wa tsa rena le different types of people nna le ba bangwe ba support mara ba dutse ka gale
Like ba e supporta ba ko ra banya go di tsena ba tšhaba
like abanye go ipona o na le ba bangwe a support ba bona they will always be una le ba bangwe ba re a ba lese bana ba rena ba bereke like mara ba tšhaba o supporta this thing so like company re di petition form re bona gore ke ba ba
but I think le dite like this thing le dite like a court order
because into di prove gore a rena ntuna rena khoshi and then o re tswele pele tshwantse re kgethe chairperson o tsebe gore e re kgethe chairperson to lebella gore motho o ke show development ke because now motho o re kana ntuna mara ku shuri o thoka ba development
project ye meng ke ya matsapane
ke mo le re tshwantse ke farm di potato and like e ke rotate ka di batang yeah so be ke tshwantse ke ka July ke tshwantse yo ane ke jwetse matsapane so wa bona gore nako e re lishetse
so nna e ke lebella like your social media nto handles I get most of them like you were posting lo tše di shapo di tšhelete no sa di post so what was your last resort mo lo re fitšu ka re botsebotse ke a fishaela botsebotse ke dutše ka rao le tee I think it's about time ke like king what was the last throw ye lo re bo re what's
I
again
was under depression in way serious like every day like I was crying because I go shishu why batho ba ba elwa le nna because ke gale ke lema why ba sa stop gale mo la hore e ke lema ba rae mo a renya ke development now my biggest breakthrough this is my biggest breakthrough okay no DBS ke finally ke DBS ke na le di tracker ke na le pivot like this is the biggest
the material
one.
di ona di material
Di ona no ye o ke tšatše vexina tsona kusha this is the last biggest breakthrough for me now ba thoma stop ana wa kusha so now I was depressed for a longest time like in 2020 ya on stop it to me udia ka 28 of February like and
This year.
this year as khali ke postile ka ona
Eh, you postile recently.
ke try o re-engage like all this mashataka ya fase ra engage mara ke bona these people are not willing
They are
to
not
engage.
willing to
They are
engage
at
with
war,
you.
like they are at war with me I sa le ka taba ya papa they are at war with me now so ka bona gore ish I'm not getting help because ke umotse ka yone di coach shitsi ba di postpone na in stress always because ke pala ko bereka like khona lo ya go famong ke go prune spinach or if the work fell matter because
to feel matter because
you know stress
you're getting demoted
yeah,
day in,
I
day
cannot
out.
advise like
So,
ko umotse ka yone
I want to know how there's no way loring o ka tsamaya wa ya mo loring they can force but ba loring they are responsible gore ba go fair court order gore like there's no way loring you can take matters because you are not satisfied I can remember ko ya me there's no way You have to wait for them.
That's why ke postile ka on social media. I was hoping.
Gore batho ba lo reng ba tseba
Yeah.
gore if o palelwa on this level you can take
Yeah.
it to this level.
That's why in first stage or ke poste ka one because like sa gona le mentally like le disturbed. I was depressed like silently bla one like and be ke sanye go di lo jelo re ke tlo feletsa ke commit suicide wa one. So
Yeah.
ke ntwe impusheng ya gore ke poste ka yone.
So now you're crying gore if there's anyone who knows gore
Yeah.
o ka dirang from here moving on, o ka dira- because when you stated like you are not on the wrong side of things, you are up to so far you're on the right side of things. So the only thing you nyakang ka gore if there's anyone who knows how to approach this matter, mamile ka gore na di lawyer tsona di reng di re o sharp ka moganano ho iwa maoto.
No, like I kry on civil matter kare other lawyer a nyoko dira ka selo like o ba le power ya no postponement. I'm not available like oban.
So ga ne ba lefa date ba lefa date o ya le ka availability ya motho a tshwanetse go handle o ya le ka availability ya magistrate.
Na lawyer ka ba available because this is an agent matter. So all on first time I say one at all. So ya postpone.
So we attend le bona dintona tsa kwa.
E ba le lawyer ra bona ke bona sa attending first. And then ya ba lo re ya postpone to the 7 May. 7 May ya ba lo re magistrate di leave. Maybe I postpone to that date and then that's about magistrate di ka se bona. So wa kwisha.
So did lawyer o di patela from your pocket?
Yeah, the lawyer I have now I'm like hey this thing in strainer financial because now I focus on production. To focus on
legal matters. Mara wena o lebeletse like le lawyer yo botsa are you winning, are you on the winning side or le no latha di chelete?
Like like fela mata honestly di postpone ka mogano like I can understand or magistrate ganeng why as a lebelele that court interdict. Then a fostela or court and the matter fell. Like I can understand like
Yeah.
ke first time ya ke so this thing
Mara lawyer e tshwanetse go botsa gore if they are playing this type of trick ba dira so itlo felletsa ile so o re o tsebe gore are you winning o ska no khumana o le busy o tsenya di chelete motho a dutse a tseba gore
o tseba gore I'm winning ke e tsene ka court o sekiwa bona mo o toba le mata o tseba gore whether wa win or wa lose so I tsene at all
so gore ke kole mogekolo ba le ba re ba betha batho ba re ba tlo ba bulela case ba rona ebile ke nyaka o tshwarisha ba di butsi
no
jadi assault
nna ke boletse bona case so the matter le yona ba busy ba ya di court yeah
so ya mafelentsi ne ke nna lena keng. Oh, last time re bile le VC menyamo re botsa gore yena ka tsenela o kgonne o bolela le yena like o kgonne o reach out.
Yeah, someone who feel number ya hae. So unfortunately azanga ra bale nako ya go bolela.
Ya o bolela because like he was willing to help but I think rena o nyaka o shimisha morebo or something.
Unfortunately lo tsa
O ka se bereke.
o ka se like dinyaka batho ba lo ring at a higher position wa lo ring ba ka gona intervene gore re ka ifetsa evangelism like ke engagement this thing ka fela
E ka fela le nna ke ya lebeletse ka fela.
ra tola di court ra engage ra solve problem.
So are you willing o dula le yena ntuna like la engage so that the
Yes.
project wow.
What's the problem like ka fela rena re batho ba community one
Oh.
ka nga rena bo ra kula rena ba re kile re di beneficiary ka moka so tshwantse re dule fase re thakane se tshaba ka moka re kwana re sa kwane ya project ya ka le yona e tlo safara because o ka ba le ba bangwe le re ba nsenyetse because a re kwane
Eh yape o di dutšiso batho ba tlo thoma ba tsenela ba nyaka ba
mara ntwe e kgolo e nyaka yang ke kwano re berekishane like that project it to create mebereko e mentšhe ne it to tisha dithabolo tse dintšhi tsa not just ka mo farming like out of farming like wa bona.
yeah okay so the last words that you have for batho ba go tswang gona like a ke re go tse kwa wa ba tseba le situation o leng ka mogara yona anything e le reng o nyaka o e bolela go go bona.
Nna ntwe nga e botsang setšhaba sa gamaka kore re thakane re kgethe committee chairperson re ikgethang make sure re kgetha motho le nngwe wa tseba gore o ba leadership ke eng wa understand the development gore ke eng because a o thushe gore re kgethe motho re ke ntona ya rena mara a re gole ka selo baso a bana mebereko mona eng wa faenwa gore o tsene ka shopong ya mamang which lotšua dina sense according to me so re ka se re boragolo a rena ba re reketse re le free ra thoma motho mongwe a ta re atelela like freedom e la a re sana yone so gore re kgone go khumana freedom ya rena back re tshwanetse re thakane re le setšhaba sa gamaka re kgethe committee re kgethe chairperson and after certain years chairperson ra mo change ra kgetha o mongwe if one ola o sa re gata the way ya leading gona ka no molisa a
tswela pele.
so ke message o ke nang le ona especially baswa because baswa ba ntšhi di bona ba sa berekeng and e ba thakana le sad because motho o thakana le wena gore au hiri na mara wa tseba motho o stop a project ke mang ba pala go bolelle yena ma motho gore mona stop doing what you are doing na re
go rekela bana go ko dia delay budget
tshwantse ba emelele ka motho re fight off this thing because I'm willing to fight like because nna ke no le man ntho a benefit nna ke le one e benefita everyone wa go gamaka le beyond
so since like ke bona o ya mo di workshoping and stuff una di young farmers le reng ditlhakana le situation ya how o ba kwena waiting
so bona this is a national crisis just that batho ba bolele ka yona they don't post about it like after no post about that thing more farmers ba commentile but I'm going through the same thing ka post on TikTok more farmers like this thing. I think Mr. President must also intervene on this matter because the commercial farms they expensive communal land you wanna change why resale mo yana because ra develop the rural areas tsaring mo mahaeng batho ba tsama ba ya Gauteng because mo mahaeng a o develop yona ditsela tse di sharp so why resale mo community tsarna ra develop wa thoma ba le ditsela wa ba sharp batho ba leng go Gauteng ma bo ya high because gold le yona e hona mo high just that in a different way it can come in a way ya ore walimiwa.
The other thing or that's why most of the foreigners are overtake when it comes to mibereko so because when abachabi hardly but they don't have other alternatives. So yeah, that was an episode with Matome, who's also a young, passionate farmer who's also willing to engage out of Kotel Batwaloreng. They're against her project busy kayona. And then for those who have information or they can assist in any way with processing the situation anang leona or rahumane court order ya go bereka ntle le o shitishwa ke batho ba bangwe, please come forward and then remotushe. This was Blueberg Podcast. Please make sure that you follow us on YouTube channel. If it is for the first time coming to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe and you also engage with us on the comment section. If there's any questions that we left out, you can also post them there. We will also do what we'll also reply. Thank you so very much for watching.